What's up, guys? E-Drone here, and welcome to episode 21 of Send It Saturday. That's right, guys. Welcome in. Michael McReynolds, Jessica Linzer, Failsafe FPV, Razman FPV. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping in. And we have a very special guest tonight, guys. I know it's been a while since we've done a Send It Saturday. Been having a very awesome summer, very busy, fun, full of FPV, vacation, hitting awesome spots, getting that content ready for you guys. And we have a special, very special guest in the house tonight. I would like you all, welcome in Scott Black as well. I would like you all to welcome in the one, the only, Skidoosh. Welcome in.
Well, I don't think I'm anybody special, but thanks for having me.
Oh, awesome. You are special, man. I actually have a banner here just for you as well.
Wow.
Check that out, right? Hey, welcome in Todd McClure. Welcome in. So, first and foremost, thank you so much for coming on the stream tonight. Greatly appreciate it.
Bro, it is absolutely my pleasure. And it's actually Sunday morning here, so I got nothing going on anyway.
Oh, that works out perfect.
Right?
So I know I've actually been a subscriber of your channel for quite some time. When I got an FPV, you know, I stumbled upon your channel, and I thought it was very unique that, you know, you were an American, but you were actually located in China, which I thought was really interesting. So
crazy story there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got an awesome stream tonight. We're going to be opening up towards the end of the stream for some Q&A for you, for anybody in chat that's got any questions they'd like to ask. And I like to start off by, I used to start off by saying, how did you get in the hobby? But I tend to forget this question, so I'll just ask you this one first. Pincher, thumber, hybrid?
Thuncher.
All right, we got a hybrid.
Here, I'll get my radio and actually, let me demo.
Awesome.
Because if you are a thuncher like me, Trappy now has these awesome little melon ball things that he sent me.
Oh, nice.
So,
I see you rocking the Tango 2 there, absolutely.
Yeah, so like these roll on my thumbs like perfectly.
I see that. Very nice.
So because a lot of guys, hold on, my stupid thing's wanting me to update. Remind me later.
Yeah, please.
So I've seen a couple posts lately about guys asking about stick ends, and I used to have the crown jewels on here, but they're a little rough on the thumbs when you have this style, but these melon balls, dude, woo!
It looks solid. I actually fly the Tango 2 as well. I haven't done anything fancy with it. It's just stock, but I do like the Tango 2 Pro, and I love the foldable gimbals. And actually, the stock ones feel really like secure and safe for me when I dig my thumbs in. They really do feel pretty grippy just for the stock ones, but those look way better.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm just,
nice upgrade there. It's
a hobby, so we mess with everything. You can't leave anything alone. You know, you can't just fly the stuff as it is.
It's a never-ending rabbit hole.
Exactly. Oh, now after I built this custom one, I had to buy another case so I could do a whole another custom build that I'm going to put LEDs and crap in. That I'm going to get around to one of these days. I'm actually working on a video for it.
I love LEDs, as you can tell. LEDs are awesome. I like the little netting that you have back there, too. That's cool.
I put one in this one. You can see the green one up there. Yeah, so that I know when it's on, because I have the screen that goes out. So now I know when the radio's on.
That's perfect. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's some nice mods that you did there. I'm sure not too difficult either.
Nah, piece of cake. There's a 5-volt right on the back of it. Yeah, that's just a piece of like decorative fishing net. They can get online for like $5.
Yeah, I like that.
Couple nails on the top, and then you can hang all your crap on there without destroying your wall, you know?
I really like that because, not that I don't love my particle or hole board here. I really do love pegboard. But you have a little bit of a simpler solution. It doesn't require any extra accessories that you have to plug in and all that. So,
Yeah, my deal here was with the pegboard is these are all plaster concrete walls because I'm in a high rise apartment here in China. So like putting up a pegboard like takes chunks out of the walls. Like,
oh
you
yeah,
know,
exactly,
so it's like,
exactly.
hmm,
Yeah, let me do something that's non-evasive, right?
exactly.
Yes.
I think it cost me like $500 in my last apartment to patch all the holes from where I had them all nailed up when I moved.
Oh wow. Yeah, you got to take care of that unfortunately when you move out, right? So I would
Well,
like to tell one of my followers in here, one of my friends, Razman FPV. So sorry for your loss, bud. I heard he actually lost one of his quads. I think it was today in the water, GoPro and all. So we all kind of know how that feels. It really,
oh,
really sucks. And dude, I can tell you right now that I feel your pain. I've lost quads before. I've lost GoPros. Matter of fact, I just lost a GoPro session, which those are becoming so rare. I lost one of those a couple weeks back, and man, does it still sting, even
yeah,
after you've
those
been
are
in the hobby
painful,
for a while.
especially when it's a session. Jeez.
Yeah. So he lost a whole quad, and yeah, really sorry, brother. I hope it doesn't discourage you from the hobby because I know it can get frustrating and it can definitely
Yeah, bro, keep it
turn
going.
just keep your head up, man, and
Two of
it's
the
a
ones
part
I
of it.
lost, one was in the lake and one was on a high rise. So,
Ah, yeah. And that's the thing that we love flying around water. It's so, mesmerizing and beautiful and dangerous and exciting, but we all know the risks that's just unfortunately sometimes those things happen, man.
yeah,
Uh
dude, I took out over this lake because it was like this beautiful scenery. There was like this mist coming in, and I was like, oh, this is going to be perfect. So I started going out. Well, what happened was the reflection on the water started blending with with the mist, and I
oh
couldn't tell
no.
like where the water and sky was.
Right, right. I could definitely see
Plowed it
that
right
happening.
in about 100 yards out.
Oh, that sucks. Hey, welcome in, Eric RZ Crazy. Welcome in, brother. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. So let me start off, or actually I've already asked you one question. So let me ask you another question, which I ask all my special guests. So how did you get into FPV for the first time?
um, I came here to China in 2013. Um, and I was out exploring like some temples and whatever, cruising around on my little motorcycle I had back then. And I saw this guy flying a drone around this temple. And at the time I was only on like a 1 year contract here or whatever.
Uh
And I
huh.
was like, that's pretty cool. I said, I need to get something like that, grab as much, video or whatever I can while I'm here for the year, to take home with me. I had it was a Phantom, obviously, because this was
Yeah.
back in 2013, 2014. But I had no idea what the freaking thing was,
Right.
obviously. So I'm like downtown in this like toy area one time, and I see this kid flying this white drone that looked like the same thing around in the street outside of this shop. So it was a SEMA X5. Actually, it wasn't even a real SEMA. It was a Chinese clone of the Chinese SEMA.
Oh wow. I didn't even know
So
they
I
made
walked
clones
in,
of the SEMA.
right? So I walked in there, bought one of those, had like the 8 megapixel pinhole camera, thinking I'm going to get all this done. Anyway, long story short, I lost about 4 of those trying to learn how to fly because all the instructions were in Chinese,
Oh
so I was
no.
like plugging in the batteries and whatever and trying to figure out the controls. And, one just took off into the wild blue yonder, never to be seen again. Um, so I got on YouTube and I started looking it up. Um, And okay, I figured out how to fly the thing from 2014, 2015. I didn't have any money. I was just over here starting my new business. So I was just buying those cheap toy drones and, flying them around everywhere. And then I saw the Sharpoo video. I knew about FP over here. They had called it God mode when it
Mm.
translates out instead of like the first person view.
Oh, that sounds even better.
Right? I like that too. But I ran into, like flight test videos and stuff like that and old Sharpoo videos. Um, and at the time, Sharpoo was a Lumineer pilot. And Get FPV is in my hometown. So I saw a video with him and Josh, Josh B. I forget his last name slips me all of a sudden now. The flight test guy and Chad Capper. They were flying around in this park. The name of the video is "Fly Like Sharpoo," and they're doing this thing with him in this park. And I'm looking at this park and I'm going, "Son of a bitch, that's right next to my house." So they're flying in this park that was like 2 blocks away from my house. And that's how I found out about like Get FPV was in the same neighborhood, that my house was in that I lived in before I moved to China. So that awesome. Christmas, 2015, 2016, when I flew back to the States for Christmas, I walked in to Get FPV and I bought, the very first quad I bought was that piece of crap Vortex up there in the corner.
Oh yeah, I've heard
the Vortex 285 with the folding arms, and I had the head play box goggles. Went in there and bought it all and went from there. I thought that Vortex was going to be a great idea with the folding arms, so I could just like stick it in a backpack. Well, the thing I didn't realize is when the arms fold up, they chop up your battery because the motors are still spinning. They chop up your antennas. They chop up everything. But anyway, that's how it started, right around 2015, 2016.
So and then it was a good idea, like it was a good thought, but there was
the execution
there.
Right.
Real quick,
shortly thereafter,
Savannah's Adventure, welcome in. That is my girlfriend Rebecca. Welcome in, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping in. All right, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh, no worries. It's your show, bro.
Oh yeah, I like to welcome everybody in when they come in. Adrian Mateo Drones, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping in, my friend. Appreciate it. So I love, with me it was like this. I started out with this cheap toy grade drone from like Walmart, and it was like $30, and I was into like ground RCs. Like I did the gas powered trucks and all that growing up. So I was already
I got a
Traxxas RC. Yeah, exactly. But man, when I took the drone up and flew it in the backyard, and the camera was awful, but it was flying. It was just so much fun, and I was making it flip and do these little tricks, and I'm like, man, this is a lot of fun. Like
same here.
There's just an element to it that just adds a little bit more because you're in the air now, and you're not just limited to just driving on the ground now. Now I can fly around the trees, and I can go up here and go over there. So it's.
I think, I kid you not, probably one of the best things that I learned on. I had one of those little itty bitty SEMAs that had like the internal battery, and you just plugged it into a USB, and it would just charge over and over again. It had a little teeny controller like this, and it all came in one little tiny box. And I used to sit in my office and fly that thing around the office and irritate the crap out of my employees, like plop on their desk and blow all their papers around and stuff. But I learned so much about, control and stuff with that little teeny cheap little thing,
Exactly. It's like you don't have to come into the hobby like, balls to the wall and spend a boatload of cash to see if it's going to be something that you're into,
Right. I think that's kind of a thing where a lot of people I think a lot of people jump on this because they see like the guys on YouTube, the popular, the upper echelon, stuff like that. And they think they're going to bomb in here and be this next, sensation.
Yeah.
Instead of just going out and having fun, because that's all it is, for me, I'm sure you've seen my videos. I don't do sponsorship or Patreon or any of that crap. I don't even do review videos really anymore.
Yeah, I like your style of video, though. It just feels like genuine, sincere, real, down to earth, and just full of adventure and fun.
Yeah, that's it, man. I'm just in it for the fun,
Welcome in,
Vampire!
Welcome in. What's going on, brother? Welcome, brother. Thanks for stopping in.
It's nighttime, bro. Shouldn't you be out hunting victims?
Welcome,
That's
man.
My dude
Michael
right there.
Blades, FPV. What's going on, brother?
But the only thing I do is I have a little thing with Lumineer because they're friends of mine, whatever. So, in my videos, there's a link for like a discount when you buy from them. And
Oh yeah.
basically all I get is, when I go home, they give me like prototype stuff and frames and, they keep me. I
Yeah.
haven't been home in a couple of years, so I haven't really got anything from them in a while, but
Yeah, but I
other than
feel
that, I
like,
don't.
you really have contributed a lot to the hobby. And I wanted to talk more about, like, you're coming up with your own frame design and things like that. I mean, that's really awesome to be able to contribute to this amazing hobby like that and come out with your own frame and stuff like that. How about we talk about that? And welcome in Plummet FPV. Welcome in Adam. What's up, brother?
There it is.
Let me blow you up
Actually,
so everybody can see you.
I have a full built one up here.
Yeah,
Let me
definitely.
get it.
I mean, that's awesome to be able to now. Are you design and are you cutting it, or are you having it cut somewhere?
Yeah, I don't cut it myself. I have
Uh huh.
somebody here that was cutting them for me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Um, but
And
again, we're running into the whole shipping costing issue. So for me to like send these to the States, it's my whole idea was to make a cheap, super simple, anybody can do, easy frame so
I
that it
like the
would,
side parts that come from the front arm to the rear arm. That bracket right there
yeah.
seems like it would add a lot of
Uh,
help with the resonance.
that's exactly what it is, man. Good call. Because we
Yeah.
found by making these arms thinner,
Uh huh.
we got a lot of vibration from the motor. So the spider webbing, the design here, helped isolate that away from the flight controller.
Yeah, that's a brilliant design right there. I bet that's a real smooth flyer too.
This whole entire thing, 20 millimeter standoffs, 8 millimeter screws. That's all you need for the whole build. Where's my camera? There we go.
Oh yeah. That's a sweet looking build. You got plenty of room in the back for your DJI.
And we spaced the back ones so that an air unit will tuck in there perfectly. You don't even need to screw it down. The two little swoops in the air unit stick right in between the standoffs.
I like that. Now, do you have
And then you
mounting
can,
holes in the rear as well?
yep, you can choose
Perfect.
whatever antenna. I forget which way the camera's going here. You can choose to use the antenna this way, or if you look on top here, there's a little bracket piece that'll lock in here for the air unit, so you can put the dual antennas in there.
Oh, okay. So I mean, this is
So
this is ready
the
for
two will stick out.
analog, digital, whatever you
Yep.
got.
Yep, it'll do it all. It
Nice.
has 20 by 20, 30 by 30, whatever boards you want to mount in there, front holes, back holes, if you want to put your flight controller in the front, ESC in the back, whatever.
Now I know
However
you're
you want to do it.
particular. You're a freestyle basher like myself. I think that's the kind of flying you like, and so how would you rate that on the durability?
That's a 5 millimeter base plate.
Okay. So we definitely got some substance there. Now that's
Yeah,
a one piece bottom plate, right?
yeah.
Uh huh.
There's no other way to do it with that vibration, with the webbing.
But with that 5 mil thick carbon, how many arms have you broken so far?
Actually, they only break. I've only broke a couple, and they break right there at the paw.
Okay. That's not bad at all. You've only broken a couple as much flying as you do.
Yeah, I think
I'd say that's
I
pretty
think
good.
I've only snapped 2 or 3.
Adrian, get that 107, bud. Come on now.
Because like
Message
this
me
is the
after the
very
show.
first original design here. Back when we
Okay.
still used like 3 millimeter carbon, so
Yeah.
it's a lot thinner,
Okay, I see
you
that.
know.
Yeah.
And you can see no arms are broken on this. This is like one of the very first ones. This is back when we had full-sized cameras. So, the whole idea was to have the full-size camera protection in there before we even had micro cams. I think
Oh
I did
yeah.
this in like 2017.
And now you've gone from the 3 mil bottom plate to 5 mil now.
Yeah, and upgraded so you could fit all the modern day electronics. There was no 20 by 20 boards or any of that stuff back then. But anyway, I
Appreciate
was
that,
working on
Adrian.
something. I was working on something with Get FPV to release it and a couple other things, but right now, I mean, the shipping and container and stuff is just so ridiculous, bro. It's just not even feasible.
Oh, I can only imagine. That's awesome, Michael. That sounds like a great time, man. Rip some packs with a couple of the old greats there, Billy Kyle, Ken Dono. Awesome, man. Awesome. Let me get you back here. Well,
Yeah,
I
man.
really do like that frame. Very well done. I like that. You designed it. It's now where can if someone wants to purchase that or where can they go? Nowhere to get it yet, as of yet.
No, like I said, I tried to work out a couple deals over the last couple of years with different,
Yeah.
mainly with Lumineer. Actually, Rotor Riot was going to carry them. I sent a couple. I sent like 5 of them to them. Drew has one. Chad Capper built one back in the day when he was still part of the game.
Yeah.
I think. What did we do? We did some show that was like called FPV Talk Show or something.
Yeah,
That
with
Capper had me
with
on.
Chad Capper, right?
Yeah. We
Yeah, I
had
remember
Tack on
that.
there and a
That was
bunch.
cool.
Captain
Yours was the
Uno.
best. Yours was the best
Think
interview that
so? I
I
thought Tack
remember.
was way better. Tack is freaking hysterical, man. He's such a cool guy to hang out with.
Yeah, Tack was pretty cool. But I don't know. Yours just seemed like you just had that dry humor, and I don't know. I really enjoyed yours.
I just don't care, you know. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I just don't give a shit.
Exactly, exactly. So, the name, how did it come about to where you take the Skidoosh name? Is it from the
Oh,
Kung Fu
dude,
Panda?
that's a really cool story too. Um, my original channel was called Guelo, which means white devil over here because
Ah,
I'm a white guy on the other side. But nobody really knew what it meant or anything like that. So I was looking for a new name for the channel. And it just so happened that at that time, my son was over here and we went and saw Kung Fu Panda 2.
uh-huh.
And so we had this thing going on. We were running around the store, and if he could get a clean, he does the whoop mushy finger hold of death and goes
Oh yeah.
skadoosh and sends the tiger into oblivion or whatever, or the rhinoceros.
Yep.
So we were playing this game in the stores where if you ran up on and caught somebody with a clean skadoosh, you had to freeze wherever you were doing for 10 seconds, no matter how embarrassing it was or whatever. And we came home and I was like, yeah, I need a new name for the channel. And my kid was like, Skadoosh. I was like, dude, that's perfect. Yeah.
It fits
So,
perfect. It's catchy.
yeah,
And it has a
yeah,
meaning. It has a meaning to you. It has a meaning to your son. That's awesome.
exactly.
That's
Exactly.
awesome.
So that's how that came around.
Yeah. So, any plans on either visiting us here back in the States or coming back
Bro,
at
I'm
all?
always planning on that, but I've been screwed for the last 2 years with this crap,
Yeah, because of COVID.
Yeah. I mean, I can fly over, but it's such a process with blood tests and all this crap to even get on a plane. And then when I come back here, I have to do like a minimum of 14 days quarantine. So
Wow.
that means I would have to
Yeah.
take, like over, and that it's still a gray area. If I can even get flights, the flights are so expensive now. Like I have to plan it like 3 months in advance, and I'd have to take like a month off.
Yeah.
Um, but I actually I'm working on moving back pretty much.
Oh,
Should
really?
probably this fall or something. I
Oh,
got a
wow.
lot. Yeah. Yeah, I accomplished what I came here to do. I've been here 8 years now. I built my business, everything, but everything's going so upside down with the shipping. Shipping containers are costing me so much I can barely make a profit now.
Oh,
So it's
that
just not
sucks.
even, it's not worth it for me to be on the other side of the world killing myself away from my family and friends if I'm not making decent money. I can go home and trim trees and make the money I'm making
Yeah.
for what's going
Yeah.
after. So it's quite a process. So it'll be a while.
Okay.
I got to close down the business, pay bills, get a container, pack up my stuff, waiting for immigration paperwork for my girl, paperwork for my dogs. It's a whole
But
thing.
I'm
But
glad to
it
hear that
is
you're coming back. I mean, that's awesome for us over here because we
right.
would love to
I
have you
can't
around and
wait.
be able to meet
I
up
can't
and
wait to kick it with everybody. I'm looking
rip
at
some
buying
packs
property up
and
in Tennessee.
okay. I'm actually on the East Coast over in the Delaware, Pennsylvania area near like Philadelphia.
That
So,
won't be too far away.
oh yeah, I mean,
Hop
I'm
across
basically
Kentucky.
3 hours from like 3-4 hours from like New York City. I'm like 45 minutes from Philadelphia, probably about another hour and a half from Baltimore. So really close to a lot of the big cities and stuff on the East Coast. So
Nice.
exactly. Hey, we got somebody, Deco Herlambang. I'm not sure what language that is, but I can't.
It's not
I
Chinese.
Yeah, I don't know what that says, but welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks so much for stopping by. So now, are you going to be? You're obviously going to be bringing your girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Awesome,
Yeah, well,
awesome.
my fiance will get married when
Fiance,
we get.
congratulations, man,
Yeah,
congratulations.
man.
That's awesome.
We'll get hitched when we get back there because it's a lot easier for her naturalization paperwork and stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what plans do you have coming back here as far as FPV? Are you looking to any milestones you're looking to reach, or are you just coming to rip and explore and have great times and?
Yeah, same old stuff. Come back, hang out with my peeps. Meet everybody that I haven't met yet. That are like online best buddies for years and haven't really shook hands with. Just kick it with everybody and have fun. Like
So a
the
lot of
one of the
people, including myself, we see you over there. We see these amazing places that you fly, and we're like, oh man, I would love to fly these places. How easy is it? Like, how much resistance do you get? Like, is there none? Can you just fly wherever you want?
It's super lax over here, bro. I mean, they have a few rules in play, but generally, generally the way everything goes here, even if you're driving a car, or if you're not causing any problems to anybody, they're not going to bother you with anything. In most of the places, you can walk in if there's a security guard, you hand them a cigarette and say, "Hey, we're just going to take some pictures of this place with our drone." Ah, go ahead. They get interested in it or whatever. So it's very lax
Tip of
around
the
here.
night: if you're gonna try to hit some epic bandos in the China area, make sure you have a carton of cigarettes on you so you can get the security guards on your side so you can just send
Yep.
it.
Cigarettes here are like handshakes, man. People don't shake hands. You walk up and you hand people cigarettes.
Oh,
It's
there you go.
crazy.
That's awesome. Yeah,
But
so I mean, you've probably heard just through social media and online that the FAA is tightening their grip. It's I feel like it's a constant squeeze. They just keep squeezing, trying to just put more and more and more and more out there restrictions on us. But I think it
yeah,
really
I'll be
depends
an
on where
honest
you're
outlaw.
located.
I'll be an honest outlaw.
What's that?
I said I'll be an honest outlaw.
Oh, there you go. See, welcome in, Narrow Deep. Hey, I like that
I
name,
will
man. That's
say,
pretty cool. Narrow Deep. Like that.
right? I will say the way they're going about these things, there's a process, like Bruce always says, there's a process for doing all these rules and regulations that they're pushing. All
Yeah,
it's going to take is for them to harass the wrong guy that's got a few bucks in his pocket that takes them to court and sets precedent, and it's all going to it's all going to get some
exactly.
changes to it.
So I
I
wanted to
don't see.
give everybody an update as well. I don't know if you have it over there or have access to it, but over here we actually use what's called GoPro Plus. So it's a program where you can exchange your damaged cameras, no matter how you damage them, for a fee, and then you swap them out and you get new cameras, right?
Yeah, I got some Best Buy cams.
Awesome. So yeah, there's the Best Buy, and then there's the GoPro Plus. So the GoPro Plus actually is GoPro's warranty exchange program.
Right.
And so I wanted to give everybody an update and let everybody know that unfortunately the Session 5 has been basically removed from the program because they aren't sending those out anymore for replacement. So what they are doing is, instead of turning in a Session 5 and getting another Session 5, basically you have the option to pay $10 more for the exchange fee, and you get sent a Hero 7 now with a battery. Now there is some quirks in here. There is some issues that have been arising. I actually received my GoPro Hero 7 for exchange a couple days, actually last week while I was on vacation. I came back, I opened up the box, and the battery wasn't in there. And I'm like, oh man, they forgot the battery. You know, they told me I was going to get a battery because basically I'm turning in a GoPro with an internal battery. So I don't have a battery to use on the 7. So they figured, okay, well, anybody who has a session camera who's turning it in, they will get one battery with the Hero 7. Well, I get the camera, no battery, and on top of that, the daggone camera was malfunctioning. I'm like, oh my gosh, how does this even happen? I know. How does this even happen? Like, how does this get past, GoPro's, QC, quality control? Well, I think this one got passed because it would first power on, and then about maybe 45 seconds to a minute later, it would freeze. And then it would go to black screen. And I'm like, okay, that's probably how it failed. They first powered it on. Okay, everything's working. Send it on its way. So it's a bittersweet because it's like, oh, I really love the session camera. I've been flying it for so long now. It's definitely the best form factor. But we are seeing it slowly get phased out. And I think the GoPro 7 is a nice camera for the exchange fee with $10 more. But just be aware that there may be some QC issues. So if that happens, just contact GoPro, let them know what's going on. And they actually ended up sending me a chest mount to kind of make up for the whole inconvenience part of it. They sent me like a $30 chest mount for free there. And they're sending me another camera with the battery. So just want to give you guys an update on that, let you know about the GoPro Plus warranty program. Yeah, so what camera do you typically fly now for all your HD? Oh, look at all those beautiful sessions. I love them. Oh,
I actually still have 10 of them working.
That's awesome because they're becoming extremely rare. Hey,
a couple years ago when they started going out. What up?
I like that name.
A couple years ago, right? A couple years ago when they started going out, I started buying one every couple months and stocked up on them.
Yeah, smart man.
And then I ran into somebody here that was refurbing them, and I was getting them for like $50.
Oh, that's the best.
So I bought 8 of them from them, and then I got 2 brand new ones still in a box.
I am down to 2, and I am very sad. I had 3. I lost one at a bando. It was a very, very hard loss for me. But it did teach me a lesson that I will always, thanks to MD95TSI, Chris Justice, make sure you check them guys out every Friday, for the most part, for the Drone Network. Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Awesome chat to hang out with, have some fun, talk about some drones. And every other Wednesday, make sure you check out the FPV Noob Tube at 9 p.m. on the Hump Day Live. Awesome place to be, fun, hang out, have some good times. But yeah, my buddy, he actually said, man, why aren't you putting a battery strap, around your session mount? And I'm like, okay, I'm doing it now. From now on, I'm putting a battery strap over all my session mounts for that extra added bit of security. So hopefully I don't lose another one.
Yeah, bro. They're precious. I got the, I pretty much fly exclusively the Lumineer QAVR, and I got the Lumineer mount. So I haven't had any problems losing one out of this.
That's cool. Welcome in, Optimized Drone, man. Good to see you, brother.
Optimize!
Hey, Optimize. When you get a chance, shoot me an email at emarvel09@gmail.com. I'd like to link up with you. I think we had talked about this before, but I'd like to link up with you for some live stream cool stuff. I'd like to get you on my channel, possibly maybe get on your channel, and we can hang out and have some good times. So just shoot me an email with your contact info, and we'll link up and set something up. For sure. So you primarily fly the Session 5, and you've got plenty of those to last you for a while. So let me
Yep.
ask you, when and if the time comes to where you can't get them anymore, blah blah blah. What do you think What's gonna be your go-to for HD?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I use a 7 on my 8-inch, and it works really well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have an 8-inch 8S, the Lumineer XXL monster,
Oh, there you go. 8-inch. All you'll ever
and
need.
I have the Molly cells lithium ion pack, so this thing flies for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about that lithium ion. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get the right packs though. If you get any of the cheap ones or they don't have enough output, it's serious sag. You're just going to be like cruising around.
Dead in the
But these
water.
Molly cells are like 45 amps each,
Oh
and of course
wow.
it's 8S.
Right.
So, and then I just strapped the 7 on a mount right on top of the. Where's my camera? Right on top of the battery there,
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I got you.
and it works out really well. As far as what I'll go to next, I'm kind of hoping that by that point we'll have something else out, because hopefully it'll be a couple years for me. I've
Yeah.
actually been I have my two main QAVRs that have the sessions on them. One of them I've been flying for probably 18 months. So that GoPro is probably 2 years old. That's on
Yeah.
top of it. So if these all last me 2 years each, that's 20 years. I'll be fucking dead by then.
Well, yeah, exactly. I have to start thinking about this now because I'm down to two, so it's only a matter of time before I'm down to zero. So, I obviously it makes more sense for me to just go with the 7, right? Because that's what they're replacing them
Right.
with, and they are actually quite a bit smaller than I was anticipating. I have the
Yeah, the
Hero 8
sevens aren't
Black.
bad, and they aren't as heavy as the eights and
Exactly. I
nines
have
or
the Hero
whatever.
8 Black. I have the Hero 9 Black. And man, let me tell you, that Hero 9, oh my God, is a beast. It feels like you're flying a refrigerator around. I mean, it's just so huge. So I don't even really fly it anymore. I just basically, just tested it out just to see. And I'm like, yeah, this is just way too much for a 5-inch, I think. So I'm thinking the 7 for as long as I can ride it out after my sessions are gone, obviously.
Yeah, the seven should be around for a little while. I hear they're just continuing making them, but that's what they did with the session, what,
Yeah.
4 years ago or whatever. So hopefully they come down in price and whatnot. I think I've seen a lot of people say that the 7 with, I don't use Hyper Smooth or anything like that, but a lot of people say that it has the best firmware in it for like making good smooth video.
Okay.
That's what I've heard people say, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
I typically don't use Hypersmooth just because I like to see my progression and see where I can, get
Exactly.
better and tune here and fix, just try to push myself to get better and better to actually try to fly as smooth as I can without it. It's kind of like that
Right.
motivator, like, oh, this flight looks good,
Absolutely.
but.
Absolutely, man. I'm the same way. And
Um,
all my videos are with the Session 5, so there's obviously no, smoothing or anything in there. Um,
exactly.
I think one of the things that people don't realize, they just want to throw that hyper smooth camera on top of there and then use real steady, to smooth out all that crap that's happening with their quad. But the problem with that is they're ruining their gear as they're flying it. You're smoking motors, you're going to smoke ESCs, you're shaking your frame apart,
Yeah, true.
the whole 9 yards. Just spend a freaking day or two and tune your shit, man. It's not that big of a deal. Don't be so damn lazy.
Yeah, speaking of that, so you primarily fly Betaflight or something else?
Yeah, beta
Same here.
flight.
I'm pure beta flight. I did try flight one for a very little while. It had some things that I really liked, and it had some things that I wasn't really too fond with. So I ended up just going back to my comfortable, where I feel right at home with the beta flight.
Back when Preston started out, I was flying. I kind of had a thing with Preston, so I never tried flight one, but we won't get into that. But back when they first came around, I was testing a lot of prototype gear for all kinds of different people. Maytech. Um, I'm hooked up with the guys at Rush FPV. They're great guys.
Oh yeah,
You
they
know,
make some
Elliot and those
great
guys.
products too. I use their
Oh yeah, yeah,
VTXs
yeah.
for my analog, so.
Oh, absolutely. That's
And
all I
swear
use
by
for
'em, man,
like
they
my
can take
race rigs and stuff.
one heck of a beating too.
Yeah, they're awesome. Those are the
Man,
TBS are the only ones that I'll use. But
yeah.
I really like the Rush ones, mainly because they're like one city over from me. So anything I get from them, they like send me overnight, you
Okay.
know, with a discount. Jong
Yeah.
lives 2 cities away from me, so he sends me bags full of props because we're friends. So, you know,
It's a win-win.
yeah. Um,
Speaking of cameras, what do you
so I
say
don't
we
know. I wish
we
they would make like a dedicated, just it's hard because we're such a niche group, but we
uh-huh.
don't need so many freaking features. We just need an ISO and a shutter speed, and just let us have at it without all
I
the other.
really, really hope and pray that GoPro puts out another session style camera, but at this point I just don't see it happening. But you never know. Things may change. You know, if the hobby continues to grow and we continue to have a need for that, then hopefully
Right.
at some time that will happen.
I would like to see the Insta 360 people come out with something better because I really
Yeah.
like, they actually put a lot of effort into more of a FPV thing than most do.
Yeah, and Insta 360, I think the Runcam 5 is getting close. I mean, they are getting so close to being able to compare with that session footage. They're just not quite there with the durability. So I think if they
Right.
can continue to improve upon that product, I think they definitely will have a winner for sure.
Here's one of the original Runcam 3s,
Oh wow.
still sealed in the
Look
box.
at that. What a
The
beauty.
the square one. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that they made them to fit in the session mounts. That's what kind of sold me on it. Like, ooh, they can fit in my same
Yeah, and
mounts. That's a
they
huge
came with
plus.
these little rubber guys, so you could freaking bounce these things down the road, and they would.
Exactly. All this talk about cameras has got me excited to do a giveaway. We're going to be doing
Boom.
2 giveaways on tonight's live stream, guys. 2 giveaways. And I would like to do the first one right now. And let's show you what somebody in the U.S., this is a U.S. only giveaway, guys, with the COVID and the shipping. This particular item that I have is going to be for U.S. residents only. And all the official rules and all that are down in the video description, along with Skidoosh's YouTube channel. Make sure you check him out, subscribe, check out what he's got going on the channel. Awesome entertainer, greatly enjoy his videos, and he keeps me on the edge of my seat, and I love it. So what we're going to be giving away, if we still have any analog pilots in here, I know we have so many new digital guys out there, but if there's any analog pilots in the house tonight that are in the U.S. and you would like to win this Runcam Phoenix 2 Joshua Bardwell edition, it's already got your settings all set up, ready to go for Joshua Bardwell's preferences. I'm going to be giving away this Runcam right here, and I think we're going to have Skidoosh pick the winner on this one.
How am I gonna? I can't see the chat or anything. How am I gonna pick them?
Oh, you can't see the chat?
No, I'm just streaming off my phone here, and I don't have my computer or the YouTube open or anything like that.
All right, so what we can do
How
is I
about you
can...
pick a winner, and then
Uh-huh.
let the winner pick a winner?
Yeah, there you go. So, okay, we got a couple people still analog. So I'll go ahead and pick the winner then. I didn't realize you didn't have the chat up. Sorry about that.
No worries.
But this is the Runcam Phoenix 2 brand new in the box. This is the Joshua Bardwell edition. You can see that.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So it's got the Joshua Bardwell settings on there for you. For lazy people like myself who just want to throw the camera on there, wire it up, and go. This is a really nice camera, guys. It's got the 2.1 millimeter lens. This is the Phoenix 2 JB edition. So if anybody is interested in winning this camera right now, go ahead and type it down in the chat. Just type in JB. JB. So it's open now, guys. Let me change the banner here. If anybody would like to win this camera, Joshua Bardwell Phoenix 2, please go ahead and type in JB in the chat. We got Optimized Drone, Razman FPV. We got Michael Blades.
Blades!
And John said, I'm never getting rid of my Fat Sharks. You better not. You better not. You better
don't
love
do
that open source and take it and love it and nurture it. I'm still on Fat Shark. I do have the Shark Bite, so I have been flying the Shark Bite digital. And I'm excited for what's to come with the open source. I really am.
Yeah, man.
We got Vampire with his backwards lingo here, his ambidextrous self.
That's awesome. That's one of the guys I can't wait to meet.
I don't know who that is, but maybe mine. All right. Anybody else?
I still have HD V2s with the LaForge diversity in it.
Nice. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pick the winner. I don't see any more entries. Does anybody else wants to win this Runcam Phoenix 2 Joshua Bardwell edition camera here, analog camera, brand new in the box, shipped to you in the U.S. Type down in the chat right now, JB, to enter to win. Hey, welcome in Robbie RC Pro. Oh, she can't take JB's voice. Yeah, he's an acquired taste. But he has done a lot for the hobby. He really has done
absolutely.
Great much to help this hobby. So, okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pick the winner. And the winner of the Runcam Phoenix 2 camera is Optimized Drone.
Whoa!
Congratulations, brother. You have won the camera. So I'm going to send this to you. Just shoot me an email again. Sorry, I guess I should have told you earlier that you might want to wait to send me the email because you might want a giveaway. Shoot me an email at emarkle09@gmail.com. And I did get your other email, by the way. Thank you very much. I'll take a look at that after the stream. And just let me know your shipping information, and I will ship that to you for free this week. Everybody, let's give Optimized Drone a round of applause. Thank you guys so much for entering in to win that giveaway. We also have one more giveaway that we're going to do in just a little bit, and that's some more cool stuff. So if you didn't win this one, stick around. There's another giveaway coming up.
Awesome. Like we're going to a commercial break there.
I know, right?
Giveaway right after the break.
Right after the break, and then that's
Stay
normally
tuned.
That's normally when I would put in the.
Don't go anywhere.
I would put in the news banner, but we're not doing news today. But I would do like the news banner and say right after these messages.
Sometimes no news is good news.
Well, I do have a new well, it's not brand new, but it's newer. A new product that I wanted to show you guys, and you probably already know what it is, but I wanted us to look at it together. So I put it on my community tab. I think it was a couple weeks back. TBS has released what I think for analog pilots is an awesome product. This is the newer TBS Crossfire 69. Yeah, that's right, guys, 69. So what you're looking at is basically a TBS nano receiver with a TBS Unify VTX that goes up to 1 watt. All on a 20 millimeter board, 20 by 20 millimeter board that you can put in your quadcopter to keep it way more simple down. It has a heat shielding here as well as a protective case to help hold on your UFL connections. And what I think is crazy is they actually include with it, not only do you get the receiver and the VTX up to 1 watt, they also give you the Immortal T antenna and a UFL to SMA antenna. What do you think about that, Skidoosh?
That's that package right there. Trappy's that dude, man.
For $49.95.
Yeah, Trappy's a great guy, dude. He really pushes it for the hobby. I mean, he's a good friend of mine, so I'm not just like some fanboy. I mean, I've gone to Hong Kong, been to his office. I've flown with him. Him and Wayne Ho are great people, man.
Yeah, and I think this is great for the hobby. This is the kind of innovation I like to see. Now, I will admit I am still a little bit skeptical because it's still that fear of, okay, well, if one component fails, then, the whole thing is obsolete. Not necessarily, because I got thinking about this. I'm like, okay, check this out. So the receiver fails. Guess what?
You still got a VTX.
VTX. You spend what, $20 to get a receiver? So you really, even if the video transmitter fails, you still got a receiver. So at that price, I really do think it's a good value. $50, that would save me like $30 per build.
Yeah, just pop on the website and look at how much an Evo is going to cost you.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and a Crossfire together.
Oh, exactly. If you go to the shop
with the Immortal T thrown in.
Oh yeah,
SMA connectors. I mean, can't go wrong there. That's a sore dick. You can't beat it.
Exactly. If you go to Crossfire and you go just to the Nano, well, here's an Immortal T. Just the Immortal T.
Yeah, look for the Nano SE.
$6.
Yeah. The Nano SE will have the Immortal T included.
Here's the Nano RX without the. This is the Diversity one, though. Hold on. Here we go. Here's the Nano without the Immortal T, and you're looking at $25 for just the receiver. Well, there's no way you're going to get a VTX for $25 to go along with it. There's no way. That VTX is what, like $60, $50?
Exactly.
Just for the VTX. And this 69.
Well, if you're talking a 1 watt VTX, then you're going to have to go all the way up to his. What VTX is that? I have it somewhere.
It is the Unify Pro HV.
The Biggie Daddy. Yeah.
Let me go to FPV.
Exactly.
VTX. All right, so here is the Unify Pro Evo. This is coming in at $60, right?
There you go. But he's got the 1 watt version in there, which I have in my 6-inch up there, but I forget the name of it.
He's got, let's see. That's the Race. That's the 200 milliwatt. Is this the one that goes up to 800? This is the $50 one. And
no, it'll have like a heat shield and stuff on it.
Yeah, that one goes up to 800, so that's not a good comparison. Can you guys still see on the screen and everything, all what I'm looking at here? Okay, good. Let's see. This is the Unify 800. There's 500. So it must be the Evo. Is it the Evo that goes up to the 1 watt?
No, man. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's the HV something.
Oh wow, this one goes up to 400 milliwatts on this one. Huh.
It has a shielded case on it.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not seeing it. But you guys get the idea. I mean, you're getting a 1 watt VTX as well as
it is
Crossfire.
Yeah, the Unify Pro 32.
Okay, the Pro 32, this one here. Here we go, right here. Pro
there you
32.
go, that's the one.
$50, right? And you are getting up to 1 watt. So you would spend 50 plus what I say, 30 for the receiver. So that's $80 that you would spend on basically separate components, but you could spend the $49.95 and get it all in one nice, neat, compact board, which I think is awesome.
That is actually huge for like a racer. Where you're trying to squeeze everything into it.
The shielding there.
Well, just having everything on one board. If you even made, if you made another one with just a race version, because you're always trying to squeeze everything into one tiny little spot when you're building a racer,
Oh yeah, well, and think about like for your smaller, like your 3-inch and stuff like that, being able to put that board, you'll be able to fit that and have 1 watt of analog output power in your smaller quadcopters, plus have Crossfire, which I think is awesome.
Everybody needs a 3-inch. I'll tell you what, man.
Yes.
Build a 3-inch. Not only are they so much fun, and the batteries are like tiny, so you can bring a ton of them with you and charge them up quick in the field. But if you take the time to tune and get to flying a 3-inch smooth, you'll kill it with your 5-inch.
They're so much
Just take
fun.
your 3-inch.
Yes, I built a 3-inch Japulora. It's heavy as all get out, but man, does it throw nice, and it is a blast to fly. So I completely understand.
I still have a couple. I have the original. Oh my God, Acrobrat.
Uh huh.
That I stuffed DJI Vista in.
There you
go. I
go.
got a couple of them. That thing's freaking awesome.
That is awesome.
I got it.
Welcome in, iDrone PR. Welcome in.
Welcome, bro. A couple years ago, when Drew was here, he smashed all his GoPros. So I gave him a sessions. We did like the Bando Island episodes or whatever, Rotor Ride episodes back before he was like Prez.
Beautiful location.
Yeah, dude, that was such a blast. Me, him, and Stinger Swarm, man. Imagine that running around China.
That's awesome, man. To be able
to back in the day.
Meet up with some of the most iconic FPV pilots in the hobby. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
I've been super blessed like that being here, dude. You know, like way back in the day, we did the Rotor Riot Bando Island episode with me, Chad Nowak, and Mr. Steele.
Wow.
I had Steele riding around on the back of my motorcycle. If you go to Mr. Steele's channel, you'll see, I think it's like Tighten Your Props or something. He named it, where he's riding around on the back of my motorcycle filming shit. and Final Glide is freaking bombing us with his quad.
Oh, that's the good times right there, man.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. We had a blast.
I got into the hobby solo. I flew alone, and then when I met people and got linked up with others, in my community and in my state and near my state, it changed everything for me for the hobby. So I urge you guys, get on Facebook. Get on Instagram, get on that social media, and just look for groups of FPVers in your communities and link up with them. I'm telling you, it just brings the hobby to a whole nother level, and you just will progress like you never thought possible once you link up with people.
I've never met a group or hobby or sect of people quite like the FPV community that are just so tight-knit, so giving, got each other's backs, shit goes wrong, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you go to an FPV race, right? And if you break all your quads, somebody's going to help you get back in the air. And it's somebody that you're competing against.
Exactly.
That doesn't happen anywhere else, man. That does not happen.
Right.
Like I think it was like 2016. I was at a race in Shanghai, and Trappy and I were sitting there, and Luke Banning, he was young back then, like superstar freaking race pilot. He's over there fixing this guy's drone that he's competing against. And Trappy and I are looking at this going, see, we all need to learn from this kid over here. This is what it's all about, just a whole different level of cool.
Speaking of, have you linked up with Pepper FPV?
I have not.
That kid is amazing. He's what, like 6, 7?
I think he's Korean though, isn't he? No, he's either Korean or Thai. I think he's from Thailand.
Oh, okay.
Which I know a lot of
close he was to where you are, but man, I just found his channel.
I know some of the people that he's around because I know a lot of the Thailand pilots. I've hung out with Milk and her dad, and actually once a year I used to go down with HJ Sun and Young Rock. We would go to Thailand for a month and rent a Airbnb, and we had a big field down there where we'd just practice racing for like a month. Min Jae Kim and all the Korean guys.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of the Thailand people, but I haven't met the kid personally. I know a lot of the people around him.
Imagine how good he's going to be when he's like a teenager. He's going to be killing it.
Listen, dude, I remember I remember seeing Ming Chan Kim when he was 12 years old. Again, with Trappy and a bunch of other pilots in Shanghai. And this kid came in at 12 years old and was just lapping everybody in the frickin' field. And we were just like, holy crap, look at this
Next
frickin'
level.
kid. Yeah, and he was flying a Maze 32 on like 1K loop.
It goes to show you, it doesn't really matter what hardware you have, really. It's all about that stick
Yeah.
time.
Well, his original nickname that we were calling him over here was the Robot.
Oh, there you go.
So
Awesome.
yeah, I got real lucky being here and like meeting all the people that, like the T-Motor people, HQ Prop people, Maytech people, Trappy, the TBS people. They used to do big races here before all the stuff went down, and they flew all the pilots in from all over the world.
Oh,
I
yeah.
met BMS Thomas and his dad are freaking so cool, man. I loved hanging out with them. Freybot. I've met Lexi Jansen, Mayan High.
How did I miss that? Welcome in, Todd McClure. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat there. And you know what happens? You just made it rain up in here. And when you donate to the channel, we put it right back out. And you got Carlton up dancing. That's a great thing, man. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. I don't know how I missed that from earlier, but I'm going through the chat now trying to get caught back up here. So, awesome, man. Awesome. So, let me ask you, for your main freestyle, I'm going to say your fleet. I like that. I think who was it used that word? Was it it was either Lexi or it was Ani Giri on my live stream.
Ani Giri's awesome too.
She said, "This is my fleet," and I was like, "Yeah, I love the name of that, fleet." So, your fleet, Skidoosh, what's your main freestyle fleet that you go with? How many quads do you typically bring out to a rip session?
If I'm just going around my house, I only bring one. Usually, I only bring one.
Okay.
But I have two. The QAVR has been my go-to for several years. This is the QAVR Slam version.
Yeah, nice.
Because basically I get them for free.
Hey, I can't fault you for that.
Right? Now it's going to cost me an arm and leg for shipping to get any spare parts for them, but I had a bunch of them around. So this is my go-to that I fly all my freestyle videos pretty much. Then I have that 3-inch Acrobrat that I mess around with on the side, and the 8-inch that I showed you.
Yeah.
And I do have one 6-inch up there that I fly.
Awesome.
Every now and then, but mostly, like all those ones along the top up there are all my old nostalgia, like my original builds.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if you can see up there, but there's old. Here, let me unplug this for a second. I'll bring you guys up here and show you.
There you go.
Who remembers this thing?
Oh wow, is that the foldable one?
That is the Hornet. That was supposed to be like super aerodynamic.
Look at that. You know what it reminds me of? Like the old like style cars when they come out with those old cars with the smooth lines.
Right. And there's my original FPV rig, the Vortex.
There you go.
280 that I just kept hanging up there to remind me to build my own quads.
History in the making. Welcome in, Drone Shots. Welcome in. Good to see you in.
At one time I was sponsored.
Yeah. Awesome.
At one time I was sponsored by FURC, so I have a bunch of these cores.
Yeah, I remember those. Those were some very interesting builds there, and they look to be pretty freaking durable from what I could see.
Oh yeah, and they fly incredible. You can't get them anymore. But back when they were making these, we didn't have the components we had now. They were super hard to build. Now they would be like super easy because everything's micro-sized and 4-in-1 ESCs and stuff like that.
I mean, you really think about it, how spoiled people are now that get into the hobby as far as choices of electronics. They got it made.
Dude. I remember, like, I started right when we were still on Clean Flight and stuff.
So you've been flying FPV for what, probably almost
6 years.
6 years, which for technology,
dude, back in the day,
that's a while.
Yeah, back in the day when you built a quad and you went out to maiden fly it, we would put the thing like out in a field and go hide behind a tree because you never knew what was going to happen.
Right?
It took you 2 weeks to get the thing to fly halfway decent at all. Mobius cameras, freaking forget about Jello in your video. You're never getting rid of it.
Right. Somebody said,
You'll run
Razman said, Libre Pilot, CC3D.
right.
There we go. A
Yeah,
blast from the
yeah.
past.
KK2 boards where you didn't even plug it into like a firmware. They had a screw on top, and you would
Oh,
fly it
wow.
around and turn the screw to change your PIDs. It had like a little LED screen on it that you would click through to. It was just stupid shit.
And we wonder,
We,
why the hobby has been niche for so long. It's because of things
right?
like that getting started. Those things kept it niche, but I feel like all-in-ones, micro-sized boards, ready to flies and binding flies, those have continued to keep getting better and better and more affordable. So I feel like that's
Yeah.
going to really
Oh,
open
it's
up
awesome.
this niche hobby and get more people into it, which is that's the goal. I mean, the more
Right.
people we have, the better, because it's going to be bigger voice for us. We have more of a presence to the FAA and your other,
Absolutely.
organizations, airspace, and all that. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. Yeah, people like some, I can't remember who it was that said it, but somebody had put out a video saying that FPV is dead. It's
That was me.
yeah, FPV's dead, and it's like, no, I don't see it that way. I don't
That
see
was
that
that
it's
Pavlov guy,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
I posted up a rebuttal video to that also says FPV is dead. I think it's got like 15,000 views now. Where I
yeah.
was like, who the hell is spreading this stupid shit?
I
But
loved when
you
you
can go
walked up
watch
and
the
threw it in the
video.
trash can, and you're like, oh
Yeah.
well, FPV's dead, throw it
FPV's
away.
dead. I give up.
Yeah, that see to me, I think the hobby has hit a little bit of a bump in the road, but so has the whole world. So
Yeah,
has
dude.
every
Part of it is due to the
freaking
chip shortage thing
yeah,
and the whole COVID thing and the shipping thing. But
yeah,
it's not just FPV.
right,
And again, I think a lot of it has to do with people coming into the hobby today think they're going to be some kind of immaculate superstar immediately out of the box without putting in the time.
yeah.
Be- and I'm not against any of it or anything like that. It's just my stupid opinion. So,
Hey, we all got
but
opinions, right?
and it goes back to the things like we were talking about earlier with like hypersmooth and all the things that are convenient today for people to get in the air. People don't put the time in like back in the day when we had to flash ESC individually with a freaking Raspberry Pi app and just
You
crazy
had to
shit.
like short out a certain pin to get it into bootloader mode, and
Yeah, dude,
you're
the
just
old
like, oh, this is
DC3
so
PWM
frustrating.
receivers, you had to put the freaking plug on the thing to jump it to get an S bus signal out, and just
Uh,
crazy shit like that. It was so slow and so much latency. But
exactly.
that's why you were asking me about Betaflight. I'm not like against any other firmware. It's just that that's what I came up on, so it's the easiest for me to deal with as a it's like if your dad had a Ford truck and you got a Ford truck, you know how to work on the Ford truck, so you buy another Ford truck because if something goes wrong, you know how to fix it.
We get comfortable, right? We get comfortable. We get used to doing certain things. We get used to certain parts, and we like comfortable.
Well, that's
We
a
as
huge
people
thing
don't like to
too.
be uncomfortable. We don't typically like to jump outside of the box and go into something that we're like, oh man, I don't know anything about this. What I have to learn
Well, it's not only
now?
that, bro. I preach consistency all the time. Like if you find a setup you like, stick with it because it's
Yeah,
going to be so much easier for you when things break. Or if you have the same flight controller, the same frame, the same ESCs, the same motors,
exactly.
you don't have to look at the schematics or where to solder everything. You can freaking copy and paste your beta flight settings or whatever firmware you're using. Just
Oh,
build
it's
another one,
so much more
plug it in.
streamlined.
Yep.
So I've
I
got
mean, I buy.
four quads here. They are three are reverbs and one is alien, which is very close to the same Impulse RC, and
Like
they've
I
got the
buy shit
same
in batches,
motors,
I got
same
20 motors
FCs,
just came in right here.
exactly. And it's great because when you jump out of one and go to the next, it feels right at home. It feels right where you left off. You don't really get the, oh man, I got to jump from this quad to this quad, and it flies completely different and feels different, and oh, this part's
Yep, you
not
know how the
working.
rates are, you know how the PIDs are, you know what's wrong with it. Oh, the P is too high. You can hear it as soon as you take off, because you're so used to flying that type of setup.
All the parts are interchangeable, which is awesome. I can rob Peter to pay Paul and worry about getting Paul straight up later.
Exactly. I'm doing that now because I'm running out of QAV parts.
Yeah,
I had
right?
to rob the arms off of one up there.
So earlier, guys, we catered to the analog pilots. Now I'd like to do another giveaway that's not necessarily going to cater to the analog pilots. It's going to cater to both pilots. So we've got another giveaway we're going to do. If you are in the U.S., don't go anywhere. We're going to be giving away the second giveaway, last giveaway of the stream. We got a 6-pack of these Ovonic 1S 300 milliamp LiPo packs here, brand new in the box. Must be in the U.S. to enter this giveaway. Ah, right, Ovonics, the thousands. I love them. Is that what
these are 5S. I fly all 5S.
Oh, really? Okay. I do the 6S 1000 mAh Ovonics, and I love the weight and the size of them. They feel pretty much just like a 1300 4S. So, you're going to win this 6-pack of Ovonics, all right? And
nice.
Also, these GemFan LED props, and these are the green LED, I believe. So, these are the V2s. So, these are the light LED props, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the batteries that you need in there as well. So, for the second giveaway, you're going to get the 6-pack of Ovonic 1S 300 milliamp packs. These GemFan Moonlight LED V2 props in the green color. And the batteries
in
to
the
go
US.
along with it. Huh?
Man, I wish I was in the U.S.
See? Right? So, oh, and I also forgot to say that all the giveaways tonight will also be receiving their very own custom e-drone keychain. Yeah, that's so awesome. And some stickers as well. So
that's awesome,
where is
bro.
my air horn? I know
Good
I have
for
an air
you.
horn in here. Where's my air horn?
That's where we need Sean the Don.
All right, so if you would
shout
like
out to
win,
Sean the Don for that one.
Sean the Don, absolutely. Great FPV pilot he was. I actually got to fly with him before the tragic accident. And he was a really great pilot. I had a blast with him. I wish I could have got to fly with him some more, but I'm glad and honored that I at least got to fly with him for an awesome meetup at an abandoned ski resort in upstate New York with Razman FPV. So that was an awesome time. We really did enjoy that time that we had together, and it was a blast. So let's see, Spang the World. So if you guys are in the U.S. and you would like to win that giveaway where you get the Ovonic 1S packs, the GemFan Moonlight LED V2 props, along with the batteries, some stickers, e-drone keychain. And the other winner will also get the keychain and the stickers. Put down in the comments, Twan. Let's see a Twan in memory of Sean the Don. Let's get a Twan. Put Twan, TWAN, down in the comments to enter to win this giveaway. You can do Twan, you can do Twan, whatever, just as long as there's a Twan in there. We'll enter you in to win. We got Razman FPV. Yep. Anybody else? If you're in the U.S. and you'd like to win that giveaway, shipped to you, all you got to do is type in Twan Newt McFly. Gotcha, and welcome in, by the way. Thank you so much for stopping in. So we got 2. Is there any more? I know we got more. Come on, man. That's an awesome giveaway. You're getting some LED props, the Moonlight V2s. They'll work on your DJI quad, right?
Yep.
We got optimized drone. Thank you, sir. Anybody else? And I'm gonna get you to pick this next winner actually, and I'll pop up the names so you can see them, and then that way you can just choose. Raz says if he wins, he'll give
Put
the
them all in the
batteries away.
hat.
There you go. Right. Anybody else? Anybody else want to win? What I just showed. Some batteries, some LED props. Jay Moyer, welcome in. He's in it for the keychain.
Twan, 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 twan.
Twan, twan, twan. Gotta love the air horn, man. Todd McClure, absolutely. He is.
Todd, what up?
What's going on? Welcome in, Todd. Good to see you, brother. All right. So as of right now, we got Razman FPV. We got Newt McFly. We got, well, Optimize won the earlier one, so I'm probably gonna have to skip you out of this one just because you won the one before. Don't be mad. Let's see. We got.
Wait,
Jay
so we got
Moyer.
Raz.
We got
Newt.
Raz. We got Newt.
Jay.
We got Jay Moyer and Todd McClure.
Todd.
It's all right, brother. I know, because you won the one earlier. I just want to make it, fair. I hope you understand. He said, "Take me out." You got it, man. Yeah, just want to give everybody a chance. You want something cool though, man. You got that Joshua Barwell candy, that blue Phoenix 2 candy, with a keychain and a sticker as well. That'll be in there for you too. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated for these love and support.
Optimize in the house.
All right. So, anybody else? We're gonna close it up. Anybody else want to win some GemFan Moonlight LED V2 props with some Ovonic West packs? What we got? We got the list there. Let's blow it up. We got
Raz, Newt, Jay, Todd.
Anybody else? Going once. Going twice. All right, I think we got a closed list here. So what do you think, man? I'll leave it up to you.
Honey, come here for a second.
There you go. There you go.
Pick one of these names.
Reese, Newt,
Raz, Newt,
Ja,
Jay,
Todd.
Todd.
Don't know.
Just pick one. Say any name.
1, 2, 3, 4. Pick 6. So J.
Jay?
All
Jay.
right, Jay Moyer. Congratulations.
Come say hi, wifey.
Don't know how to choose.
Thank you so much. Thank you for helping to pick the winner. That's awesome.
Pick 6.
All right. Jay Moyer, you have just
She's still
won
having her
yourself.
morning coffee. She
Oh,
doesn't-
yeah, absolutely. Get it in. Get it in. Best part of waking up is Folgers in my gut. Right? Hey, Jay Moyer, thank you so much. And everybody else, thank you so much for entering in the win. Send me an email, Jay Moyer. I think we've done this before. You have won a previous one of my giveaways, I'm pretty sure. So awesome. Thank you so much for all your support. And keep coming back, supporting the channel. And send me an email here, if I can get my type in here, at emarvel09@gmail.com. Shoot me an email with your shipping address, and I will make sure that I ship that out to you for free sometime this week, and I'll update you with tracking. Awesome.
Nice.
Congratulations. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for entering in the win. Greatly appreciate it. All right, well, we have done the giveaways. We have hung out and talked to Skidoosh. Let's go ahead and open it up for Q&A. If anybody has any questions for Skidoosh, now or myself, or anybody in the
Are the
chat.
cicadas too loud out here?
No, I can't even hear them. You got the cicadas too now?
Yeah. It's
We
summer
had
here.
them pretty bad a couple weeks back. You can hear them everywhere.
My hood.
Oh, that's an awesome, beautiful looking hood, man. Look at those nice diveable buildings.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Jay Moyer. I look forward to it. I appreciate your support. You got a box of 1S Ovonics. There you go. Thank you so much, Optimize. Appreciate that, brother. Look forward to linking up with you for sure. So yeah,
I
anybody
can't
got
wait
any
to meet
questions?
all you guys.
Anybody got any questions for Skidoosh, myself? Anybody in chat? How's everybody been doing? How's everybody's summer been going? You guys been ripping packs, flying epic spots. I actually got to fly a couple spots this month, and man, did we have a blast. Videos coming on the channel, so stay tuned for that. But one of the spots that I hit is actually right near home. It's a beautiful spot. Thank you to Vampire and for showing those awesome spots. It's a community college, and it's got awesome gaps to fly. It's got
Nice
stairwells and these walking bridges, and it's just got all these different gaps, and it's a beautiful location. It was a lot of fun to fly. Greatly did enjoy that place.
Nice.
So Razman says, how do you cope with the loss of a quad? So I'll let you go first on that one, Skidoosh.
That's kind of like a girlfriend. You just get a new one, right?
Yep.
I mean, the sooner you get back on the horse type thing.
Absolutely. And another thing that I like to do is I like to analyze.
You never totally get over something like that. I mean, it's
No.
always going to be in your heart. You know, it's always going to be in your mind. But, you know, you can ease the pain by.
Yeah, I tend to analyze and say, okay, well, how can I try and prevent this from happening again? And I just kind of analyze the situation. You know, what happened? Was it something that I could have helped to prevent? Was it something that was completely unavoidable? Like, is there anything I can do or add or change to not have this happen again, perhaps? And sometimes there is no answer. Sometimes
What I
is
found works is I always keep at least 2 builds maintained and going, and then have a third one in the background, or at least purchasing parts. The third one, you know, here and there when I have a few spare dollars. So that I have a third one ready to go and 2 maintained flyers. That way, when that one goes, it's not as big of a heartache because you already have another one to fly and you got one ready to go. So,
absolutely. I call myself the quad father because I have 4 of basically the same build, just about. And yes, having the 4 quads is awesome. I don't know what it is about the 3, but whenever I bring 3 quads to a meetup, I always end up tearing up like at least 2 or possibly all 3. But when I bring 4, for some reason, either I get no damages or maybe just like 1. I don't know why that is.
4 is your number, bro.
Curse of the 3, I don't know. Optimized drone.
Quads.
Yeah, right? Quads. He has a question for Dungeon Dave. What's the people parking in the middle of the road and sidewalk situation over there? Miss those vids.
That's Dungeon Dave is back. I used to be a personal trainer, and that was we had a gym called the Dungeon.
That's awesome.
He's been cruising around on my Facebook. Dude, let me tell you something about traffic and basic traffic laws here. It's basically non-existent. I mean, it's absolutely, I can't even, there's no way for me to even describe what goes on here. Like, you'll be going down the road and somebody will be driving at you the wrong way down the wrong side of the road because they're texting on their phone. It's absolute insanity, man. I can't even begin. They park wherever they want. You know, part of the parking thing, though, is because everything here, like every parking lot, is gated and a paid parking lot. So they'll just like jam their car up on the sidewalk to run into a store, or park right in the middle of the street to run in and get their breakfast from the little breakfast stand or whatever. So it's constant, bro. It's absolute constant.
That sounds like complete chaos, and you
dude, it's so bad, man.
Open, like all the time.
It's so freaking bad, bro.
Wow.
Oh,
well, that's one thing you definitely won't miss. That's one thing you won't miss. That's for sure.
No.
Todd McClure says, Skidoosh, are you still flying your Roma F5? I still love mine. I know you had an issue with the durability, though. I
still have it right there. I have not pursued it.
Okay.
I have not pursued it further. I flew that one a couple times, but it's just kind of hanging out there. I didn't like chase that rabbit down the hole because I really have nothing against diatone. And you're talking about a sample of. They sent me like three to test out or whatever, two to test out, and I didn't have good luck with them. But that doesn't mean other people aren't. So I don't want to be stomping on somebody's head. That
Right.
does.
That's fair enough. I mean,
I didn't. Yeah.
Every company, everything has a failure rate. I mean, it's just part of it. But Diatone, for the most part, has been really pretty good with their QC.
Oh, I've had
my
really good
findings.
luck with their Mamba stacks and stuff like
Yes.
that. And the Toka motors, that's not the motors. The Toka motors they sent me fly nice and smooth and good and whatever. I got absolutely nothing against them. It's just that I have my hookup. I was actually talking to them about getting just a discount link like I do with Get FPV, stick in my videos.
Yeah.
But after I had the bad luck with those couple frames and our back and forth with the guy, I was like, I don't want to. Not like I said, not that I have anything against them, but
Right.
I mean, I have my people that I go to for my stuff, and it's all been solid and worked for me. So that's just the deal with that.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Stop flying over a river. That's what I was saying earlier. I'm like, sometimes there's nothing you can do or, prevent things like that. They're just going to happen. It just comes
Yep.
with the environment.
Yep.
And that's just one of them things that, when you fly over water, you have to be prepared and kind of say to yourself, like, okay, things can go south quick. And I do have the opportunity to lose this whole rig, and not be able to get it back. Is it worth it? And you have to ask yourself, is it worth the risk?
Water's super tricky, man, because it's a mirror, so it's hard sometimes it's hard to judge how close you are to it.
Yeah. Hey, welcome in, Jim's Droning. Welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see if anybody, Todd said, or Raz said he's got the Tokas. He says they are nice. Thanks for your input on that. Todd says the Roma F5 V2 is horrible. Okay, is that another bind and fly, or is that a stack? Or is that a flake control?
I don't. No, the Roma is the frame itself, and that's what I had the bad luck with was the frame, the carbon in the frame.
Okay.
It
really
looks to me
durable.
like it's laminated over something. It's not even like full carbon or whatever. I had bad luck with that too. They sent me the Roma V2, the large one for the DJI, and like the smaller analog one. I guess it is. It's also the Roma 5, but it's the Roma 5 Lite, I think it's called.
Okay, so maybe more suitable for cinematic type flying. Nothing where
Yeah,
you're gonna
maybe. I mean, both those
freestyle
frames
bashing
snapped on
it.
me, and then they insisted on sending me a whole nother one, so I built it, and it's been sitting. I flew it once or twice, but it's been hanging over there on the wall. They actually flew pretty good. There's videos up on my channel of me ripping them. So
Awesome. Yeah, I've heard some good things about the Tokas for sure, and I was definitely interested to get some feedback on that. So thanks everybody for the feedback on the
the way
Tokas.
that carbon snapped on that frame, I wasn't real hip with that. I've never seen carbon snap like that.
Yeah, and it's like it used to be so simple. When you got an FPV, it was okay. Well, do you want to fly GPS or do you want to fly FPV? And then boom, you just pick something. Well, now it's do you want to fly freestyle? Do you want to fly racing? Do you want to fly cinematic? Do you want to fly tiny whoop? You have all these categories now. So where one frame may not be suitable in one area of FPV, it may be perfectly suitable in another. So
if you're racing, right? If you're racing, I suggest a bottom mount. The reason being is because you got a nice centered camera, so it really helps you control. You're dragging the weight of the battery.
Mm-hmm.
So it really helps you with the nice smooth control through the gates.
Yeah.
And most of the time when you crash, the battery is going to be the heavier part, so it'll land on the battery. Plus, your battery's protected from smashing into the gates, so you don't go through as much batteries. You just go through props.
Yeah, very true with it being on the bottom. And
Yep.
for your batteries, I also recommend this. And special shout out to FPV Noob Tube, Drone Network. This is called. Let me grab this here. This is the Nadisi Racing Girl Battery Shrink. Man, this stuff is super thick. I highly recommend getting some of this and wrapping your lipos with them. And
yeah,
man,
bro,
it adds so much more durability to your lipos. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
Love
So now,
that
if you want to fly freestyle or even like a cinematic type thing, I always recommend the top mount because you're gonna get a lot tight. When you fly the bottom mount, it kind of slings the battery when you do rolls, so you get more of a coning effect. And the camera is centralized, so it looks a lot more robotic in the footage. So if you have a top mount, right, you get a lot tighter rolls and flips because the battery's more centralized.
Mm-hmm.
And with having the camera out front, you get a lot better swoop, a more smooth video than the robotic of having it in the center of the quad.
Yeah, and I mean, for freestyle, I like to fly very harsh environments. Concrete, steel,
That's all
asphalt.
I live in a city of 14 million, bro. That's all.
That's all you have. So I'm all about durability. Can it withstand the punishment? Can it withstand the beatings? And I've been pretty satisfied with my Zing motors. I use the 2207 2750 kV, but I scale them down in the software to run 6S on them because that's just what I had, and I thought, well, I'm just going to keep them going, for as long as I can. And I tell you, they keep taking the beatings, and I don't go through motors nowhere near as much as I used to go through with some of the other motors that I ended up using, when I first kind of got in the hobby. So I think
a couple of my guys around here swear by the Zings.
Yeah, finding a good quality motor that can withstand some punishment. Because think about it, right? The props in the motor, that's what gets the most abuse. That's what's sticking out.
Yep.
That's what's going to get smacked around. How frustrating is it to have a quad with brand new motors on it? You hit one freaking concrete wall and you got two motors down because the bells are warped.
They quit making these, but this was the best motor ever made right here.
Oh, Brother Hobbies?
The Brother, yep.
Yeah.
The reason being the bells on these, the way the spokes are, and if you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see the bottom, but they had a return lip in the bottom here.
Okay.
See that return lip?
Yeah.
Where other ones don't have the bell with the return lip in there, so it's durable on the bottom part too, so that doesn't ding in because it's got that extra.
That's nice.
But they quit making these, which broke my heart because this was my go-to for the longest freaking time.
I'm so sold on the rounded bell design. I really do think that really does increase the durability to have that rounded bell because it gives you that little bit of, error.
There may be other ones out there, but this is the only one I've ever seen that has that return lip. That's part of the bell on the bottom.
Yeah, that's really nice. I can see that through the camera, so I'm sure they can see it too.
Yep. So the bell is like super durable. I've beat these, dinged them. Like you can see, this one's got chunks out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's still.
Man, when you're swapping, paint and concrete on your motors and they're still going, you got a durable motor. Hey, welcome in. Props off. What's going on?
Props off, my dude.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, brother. Greatly appreciate it. We're just doing some Q&A with Skidoosh, talking about good old FPV components.
He's always up on my channel.
Oh yeah, props off. He's a great content creator. Make sure you check him out. Check his channel out. He's got some awesome videos that help out the community. Have you seen his redundant ground video? Man,
I'll go watch it right after this.
Man, you gotta check it out. He's doing some awesome things with redundant grounds for your analog setups to where it really cleans up your FPV video.
Yeah, dude. A lot of people don't realize. A lot of people don't realize. I know this back from car stereo days. Your voltage spikes go through your negative, not your positive.
Yeah. Man, I used to do the car stereos too. I had the giant capacitors in my back seat, you know. And
Yeah,
the
so you got to put the
amplifiers
ground loop on to get the engine noise out. Same
yes, you got to
concept.
have a good ground. Exactly. Yeah, it just when I watched the video, it was like a light bulb went off. Like literally, I'm like, this makes so much sense.
That's the
Like, look at
first thing I tell somebody when they say,
this tiny little wire that comes from the ESC to the flight controller, and you're like, that's the only thing grounding out this board with all this crap hooked to it is this tiny little wire, and it's like,
exactly.
dude, that makes so much sense. So,
Yep, he's totally right. Whenever anybody says, man, how do I get rid of this camera noise? Move your ground.
exactly. Yeah, check out Props Off video on the redundant ground, and he also does something I think with some filtering, some LC filters and some capacitor testing, and really awesome channel. So make sure you guys check him out. Oh man, well happy birthday for your daughter, man. That's awesome, man. Happy birthday. How old's your daughter turning today, brother? He could bounce a .11 off the hood of the Granddad.
Here's an LC filter from back in the day where we had to wrap them around the ceramic.
Oh, check that out. That right there is like an antique.
That's some ancient
That's like
stuff right there.
Man.
It's even got a servo plug.
That needs to go on the wall. Awesome. Oh, she turned 8. That's awesome, brother. My girlfriend's daughter, she just turned 9 this year, so they're right around the same age. I have to link up, man, if you're ever over this way near the East Coast, man. Hey, Adrian, he says we're still live. Yeah, we're wrapping it up, my friend. I think he goes live on Saturdays too, so I hope I'm not stepping on you. But we were just having a really great show, and I want to make sure I got all the questions answered. And man, have we had a great show. I feel like I could just keep it going all night, honestly, just talking with you about it.
Yeah, I just looked up, and it's like an hour and 40 minutes. I'm like, holy crap, didn't we just sit down?
Yeah. This is typically I try to keep it around an hour, but if things are going well, I'll go like an hour and a half. And yeah, thank you so much for.
Well, bro, we'll just do it again in a couple months or whatever. You know, if people want to hear from me again,
heck yeah, man. I'd love to hang out with you again. I mean, I love to have all kinds of people on the channel and hang out. It's just so much fun talking FPV. And make sure you subscribe. Check out Skidoosh's channel down in the video description. Going over there, show him some love. Awesome content creator. Very entertaining. Informative. Keeps you on the edge of your seat for sure. Yes. Thank you guys
I just keep it real, man. I just keep it real.
Yeah. Hey, welcome in Chuck It FPV. Coming in right at the last minute. Coming right into the last minute. There's going to be more live streams to come, guys. It's been a busy summer. I've got a lot on my schedule, but you know, once the summer starts tuning down, we're going to get more into the live streams again, start doing them more regularly. But just keep your eye on my community tab, and I'll keep you guys updated with upcoming live streams. And yeah, I'm just awesome time, man. Had a really great time with you guys, and Skidoosh, so awesome to actually hang out with you live, man. Really great times.
Walmart pictures, McDonald's, Walmart.
Don't forget
I'm not
the
good
winners.
with gang signs.
Yeah, right. Don't forget the winners of the giveaway. Please make sure you send me an email at emarvel09@gmail.com, and I will definitely get those shipped out to you this week and update you with tracking and all that good stuff. Oh, Adrian, you're not going live tonight? Oh, no, not going live tonight. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up because Skidoosh, you know, he needs to enjoy his breakfast and coffee with the missus.
I'm starving.
And get ready for his day. And hey, like you said, man, you never know. We might have him come back on the show again and hang
I gotta
out
get
for
on my
sure.
water.
There you
I
go.
gotta drink five liters of water today for my new workout program. It's brutal.
Awesome, brother. Great to hear that, man. For sure. But I really greatly appreciate you coming on, man. And I hope you have an awesome day. And can't wait for you to come back to this side of the pond.
I can't hear you. Right on, man. Right on.
Yeah.
We're closing it up right now.
Yep. Tell her
She
I'm
said
not
she'd
going to
cook something for breakfast, I think.
tell her I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'll let you get back to the family there.
What are you doing, honey?
How you doing? I'm gonna let him get back to you. Oh, and you gotta love the puppies, man. Love the dogs.
Yep, the fur butts.
Absolutely. We got one that he don't go too far from the bed all the time. He's right there with us. Hey, welcome in, Tommy G. We're actually wrapping up. Everybody was stopping it at the end of the show. But thank you so much, Skidoosh. Greatly appreciate
My
you,
pleasure,
brother.
my friend.
And don't forget,
Great chatting with
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday. Later, brother.
Later.
Thank you guys all. Let me close the banner here. Special thanks to Skidoosh for stopping in. Thank you guys for coming and checking out. And if it's your first time, please make sure you smash that like button, subscribe. There's going to be more live streams to come, so stay tuned for that. More special guests, and we'll see you guys on the next one. E-Drone, out.